we drinking tonight? I got a little Irish whiskey here. We got some cheerses. If you got your cheerses, raise them up, raise them up. Happy Thanksgiving. For people with family problems, you can say fuck Thanksgiving all you want, but here we go. We're back in the office pub here in beautiful Port St. Lucie. Guys, give it up for Billy and Shanisa behind the bar. For those of you that first timers, whatever name starts with an S, just call her that. Don't worry about anything else. Boom! There we go! We're rocking and rolling. And I was worried we had ourselves a little bit of a light crowd, but it sounds like people are here ready to have some fun. You guys ready to have a fucking good night with a funny, fun production tonight?
Yeah, let it rip, Tater Chip.
I didn't really even hear that even close. Are we ready to have a good fucking night tonight, guys?
Hey,
Let's make a fucking noise!
Tater Chip!
Let's make some motherfuckers that are finishing their little stogies in the ashtrays going, hey, what's that noise over there? We should go fucking check it out. Guys, we do this show every other Tuesday. We represent the Funny Farm. Thank you guys very much for being out
Hey,
here.
bada bing and bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There
This
we
guy
go.
over here was shitting his britches before he even knew what was happening. He's booming and doing. Oh man, he's
Hey,
doing.
hey,
This guy's
I'm
losing.
big bopping and booming.
Sorry, that was actually Royce's bit. I can't rhyme. That's actually the next guy, guys. I'm really excited. Do we have any video gamers in the crowd tonight? Anyone here like video games?
Yeah.
Yeah? A couple of us? Well, make some noise if you like video games. Don't lift it. You like some video games? Do you guys remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
No.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Of course.
See, I heard a no over here, but I heard a yes all over here, man. Here's the thing about Modern Warfare 2. Guess what, children? It's fucking back, baby. Let's go. If you didn't play Modern Warfare 2, there are these things called lobbies. That's where you can talk shit to everyone else playing the game. And these lobbies are the foundations of people not being upset with things that they said to each other. You ever play Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
You ever say a word that you're not supposed to say when they can see your face? I'm looking at you, Whiteys. Whoa, that shit got fucking violent, and guess what? That motherfucker's back. It gets crazy when you play video games, man. I love playing video games. I fucking love it to death. You know what I really like about video games, though? Is GameStop. Do we all remember GameStop? Oh, it's the best. It was like Blockbuster, but so much better. I just wish that GameStop would have evolved with our changing times. Like, instead of us being able to trade our video games in, I wish that we could just trade our mental illnesses in.
No lie.
Yeah. They already had the business model. They didn't need to reformat the store. They just could have hired a couple more people more qualified to deal with the fact that I'm upset with Tekken 7.
Or my home life.
Or my dad diddled me a little bit too much. I see you, chest tattoo. I see you. But yeah, imagine if you could just take your ADHD. I've got ADHD. Anyone else got ADHD? We got some ADHD heads in the audience.
He's got ADHD.
There we go,
I
right?
think this one
In
does too.
sports, you play sports? What did you play in sports?
Racing. I didn't do sports.
Racing, right? So you got to pay attention to like 19 things altogether, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
You're supposed to. And then now in adult life, they're like, I need you to focus on this one thing.
Nah, don't work for me.
Exactly. Wouldn't it be nice to walk into GameStop and just trade in your ADHD for a little mild autism?
Hell no! I love my ADHD.
Just trading it in. You can get it back when you're done.
Already anyway.
But yeah, you can get it back when you're done. It's if you trade it in, get a little mild autism, maybe a little manic bipolar.
No, I know a woman that has that.
Maybe a hyper-focused bipolar as well, before it gets to the sad parts. Before it gets to the parts where you start crying at Google commercials because they're talking to their family again. Is this getting a little too weird for people watching TV, or are you guys all streaming? Are we streamers over here?
No, I just
I
work.
stream.
Streamers?
I
Alright.
do, but
Are
one
we
person.
streaming for video games or streaming for all of our entertainment?
I stream for like a person that plays.
What do you play?
I don't play. I playing.
So you're watching people that play. What's your number one streamer you watch, and what game do they play?
That's a good question. I just watched to be a fan.
Oh, I'm a streamer? I don't actually watch streamers.
So it's mod actually, and it's Young Gets Paper.
So I watch like Dr. Disrespect, Tim the Tap Man, you know, the guys that play Call of Duty. I'm a big Call of Duty guy, right? And so when it comes to video games, you always have to deal with the fact that you deal with people, right? And when you deal with people, you have to deal with virtue signaling. Have you seen this shit on social media? People want to tell you about what they did for other people so that you know what they did for other people that makes them better people because they want you to know that. Have you seen this? Well, I just think if you're a judge for the Paralympics, you're not a hero. You're kind of a piece of shit. Think about it. Who's not giving out perfect tens for each and every attempt in the Paralympics? Like, what kind of asshole is walking down from the judge box going, hey, Rebecca, I know you don't have any feet, but a misstep's a misstep. You're getting the bronze.
That's fucked up. Not fucked up, it's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I do love hearing that's fucked up from the crowd. Like, that's crazy. That's how you know you really overstepped the line. It's when the fellas are walking over like, all right, brother, you're going to have to reel her back in before we ever get this thing under control. Right? I mean, we are in Port St. Lucie, right? I love Port St. Lucie. I love coming up here. I love Port St. Lucie. There's a couple of times, though, that people turn it on and they turn it off. Like, there are some times where you're like, I've been laughing at something, and like a bartender, a manager, a restaurant manager has walked over, because I have an annoying laugh. My laugh's annoying as shit. And they go, hey, buddy, you need to quiet it down. I'm at a comedy show, so I just think to myself, like,
Why are you sweating?
why are you sweating?
Why are you sweating?
Number one thing I'm thinking.
Why are you sweating, Billy?
Why are you sweating, Billy? But then I also hear them,
Hey, I'll drink to that one.
but then I also hear them come out with like the, why are you sweating, Billy? And I'm like, you know what, sir? You got a good point. I'll go ahead and mosey my way out of here. I don't want any problems, no problems, no problems all day. But that's the thing in life, though. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with the way they interact with people in this world. Like, you know, I've stopped leaving classical music on, I've stopped leaving country music on for my dogs when I leave them at home in order to make them less racist.
Hey, well, come on now.
Yeah, why you got her like that?
Unless they bring you a beer and fry that chicken before you get home.
No,
She
that,
got a point.
Hey, no, she done got one
no,
now.
my dogs, not my ladies that got booty tattoos. What are we talking about?
I got booty tattoos.
Look over here, red dress. This guy hasn't pulled out in 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, he don't want to go there. He don't want to go there. But that's cute.
No, I would love to go there, but he would have a
Let
big
her
problem.
take
You know
the
what I'm saying? But I had to stop leaving it on for my dogs, the country music. I had to stop leaving it on because I wanted to make them less racist. There was something about Kenny Chesney. Anytime a brother got within 50 feet, they started barking. And you know what? Those barks would end in hard ERs. There's a lot of stifled laughs right now as they look at each other. Yo, backwards hat, pink shirt over here is like, there's no problem. ER.
You mean pictures? Hey, you know what, dude?
Well, you know,
This
well,
is
here-
2022, man. You
Wait,
can't say
well,
shit like that no more.
Here's the issue. I started leaving on classical music,
That's where you fucked up.
but I
before.
forgot that they're doxing. And there's a lot of German composers that come through on that Spotify playlist. So now my Jewish neighbors haven't slept in weeks.
Oh my god.
We tried to teach them how to shake, they won't bring their paws down.
Well, then bring them up.
Bring them up into the Wohnmobil. I mean, dude, they're German dogs. They're German
It's
dogs.
better to put them down.
No. We'll never put them down. We'll just keep them in the darkness forever
There you go.
and never expose them. to anyone else.
Yeah, it's her friend.
I tell you what, though, it is a wild word. Do we have anyone that likes smoking weed in the audience today?
Every day. And probably everybody in this goddamn room.
Fucking point. The second I get to Port St. Lucie, it's like, y'all like weed? They're like, and what next, funny man? Like, what the fuck? I tell you what, though, I'm in disagreement with the dispensaries. I think they're ruining what it meant to pick up a sack. It used to be an experience. Fellas, you ever pick one up on a late night and there was a bit of a... But then also she said, hey, I'll suck it after we suck. You never picked up weed to get your dick sucked? Fellas, we gotta talk after this one, man. What the fuck? But now it's like walking into a fucking Verizon store.
You got features turning right over here.
Well, because you know what? The closing statement is, would you like to smoke? And it's... I could suck on something, and it's like, brother, I need 2 for a gram. 20 for, I'll pay 20 a gram. I'll pay fucking 50 a gram. Sometimes, ladies, that's what us fellas will go through. But now it's like walking into a fucking Verizon store. You walk in, everyone's dressed the same, everything's uniform. There's a very well-dressed young lady that runs up and goes, hi, welcome to the dispensary R Us. My name is Tiffany. Can I help you? And you just gotta sit there, deflated, looking at her and saying words like, you're not Kyle. We all had a Kyle, right?
Yes.
Any of you guys named Kyle?
We had a Kyle. Our
Yeah.
roommate Kyle. He
Fuck
was a
Kyle.
piece of shit.
You send a text to Kyle, Kyle will respond in like 3 days if you're lucky, but it wasn't, hey, I have your weed. It would be things like, hey, come to my mom's house.
Right. That'd be his grandma's.
Right?
House.
Grandma's house. That's the worst. That's worse than a Kyle. That's a fucking Brandon. That's a guy named Brandon over there.
I am Brandon, yes.
I fucking found one? Alright, Brandon, let me know this.
Oh, shit.
When the purchase procuring the horticulture that you were selling or maybe selling, they walk in, Grandma was 3 Chardonnays by 12 p.m. Brandon's dad, well, let's be honest, Brandon didn't have a dad, and too close? I'll pull away from the fire if I got it. I don't want to get Will Smith. You walk upstairs, Kyle would keep everything in the same jar, but for some reason there was crust on the jar. And you never knew why Kyle jerked off on his jar, but he did.
Definitely sounds like shit.
Sound pretty close to Kyle?
Definitely a Kyle.
Because Brandon would hit you with one of these. Don't worry, buddy. I got the good stuff.
Yep. I don't got it right in yours. You got it right, buddy.
Did Brandon ever hit you with a price you didn't agree on previously? Like, it was 20 a G, but as you walked, he was like, hey, buddy, I don't make the rules. I'm going to need 25 a G.
I don't know what people do now.
I'm starting to split friendships over here. There's guys that are like, actually, you got a fucking point.
You're right.
But you know what? There's only one thing that brought me back to dealerships. It was 2-for-1 Tuesdays. Because the dealerships, Verizon stores, whatever you want to call them, they always had a loyalty program. You ever been asked about a loyalty program to smoke weed? I know it's technically legal in a lot of places. I don't know all the places. But I usually respond to the same thing like, are you a cop? And then they go, actually, sir, if you join our loyalty program, you'll get the same bud that you paid for. You'll get double the amount because we love you. My first response when I was asked loyalty program was, fuck you, don't track what I'm smoking. My second response was, I'm listening. For 2-for-1? You're not listening to see if you can get a little more bud there, glasses? Not at all? Alright. Well, you're not going to like the text I sent Kyle because it was, lose my number, the feds are watching, and go fuck yourself. So that was it. That's all I dealt with Kyle.
Perfect.
I'm going to leave you with a little bit before we bring up our first comic of the night, guys. Hey, are we excited for the Overtime comedy show going on tonight? That's what I love to hear. I'm really excited because you got to remember one thing when it comes to this life. You have to make choices. You got to make choices. That's it.
That's pretty funny. Is that really how it works?
Yeah.
I think everybody.
Some people chose to go to sleep at a reasonable hour on a Tuesday.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Some people chose to be here at overtime on a Tuesday night and get fucked up and laugh at some bullshit. And the way that we were attracted to people changed because we chose it. Like at one point, the men dressed ready for business and the women dressed homely, right? You guys are fun.
That's funny.
But then some of the women started showing some ankle. Right? And some Puritans took off their buckle hats and started fanning themselves, but then we accused them of being witches after they came in.
Oh, okay.
Some people would choose to wear suits and ties to make sure that no one took them unseriously. And then the flappers start showing some calves and quads. And then the economy crashed and they just claimed, you sinful women, you But then it took off like the space program. And then OnlyFans came out.
Oh my God.
And all of us guys were like, can we lick where you poop? Alright guys, that's the kind of show you're going to be dealing with tonight. My name is CJ, I'm going to be your host of the evening. I want you guys to get loud and proud for your first comic of the night. Guys, he is the rhythmical master. Give it up by Royce by Choice.
Good evening, my name is Royce. I'm also known as Royce by Choice. That's because I talk in rhyme, which I seem to do all the time, and I feel fine. I'm the oldest person here. They tell me I'm 81 years old. But it's Florida and Trump, so I'm demanding a recount. And at my age, I still chase women, I just don't remember why. I'm not a famous comic. I've only been a comic for about a year. I asked my wife, I said, when you married me, did you ever think that I'd become a comic? She said, oh, I knew you were going to be a comic first time we had sex. I said, why? She said, because you told me you were going to use your funny bone. I was here a couple of weeks ago, and when I went home, I lived down in Jupiter. I got stopped by a Martin County sheriff in Hope Sound. He said, you've been weaving. I said, oh, that's my tires. I said, your tires? I said, yeah. I said, I just drove from Port St. Lucie down here, and they were spinning so much they got dizzy. All the tires got dizzy. I said, and when they get dizzy, they're very hard to control. He said, what are you, a stand-up comic? I said, matter of fact, yes. He said, tell me a joke. So I did my whole routine on the side of the road. He said, well, if you can remember all of that, he said, I guess you can drive home. He said, but you better have those tires checked. I said, I will. He said, I think somebody put laughing gas in them. Anyhow, I don't speak in a vulgar style, and I don't use any words that are vile. As clean as my mind has become, I've never understood why others succumb to using four-letter words just for shock. I've spent my life in ponderous thought, turning lies into jokes without getting caught, inventing the truth that I hope to be bought. My mind then starts to think of money, and I start writing jokes I think are funny. I discovered that sex is very similar to playing bridge. If you don't have a good partner, you better have a good hand. Yeah. I asked my wife why she married me. She said, because you're funny. I said, I thought it was because I was good in bed. She said, there you go, being hilarious again. Oh. I'm, of course, at my age, 81 years old, people expect that I'm getting Alzheimer's, becoming a little senile. And when I told them I was going to do stand-up comedy after I retired, they all thought, he's going. Anyhow, when I found out they were asking my wife to have me checked, I decided I better come up with something that would prove to the doctors and to the family that I was still sound of mind and a good memory. I told them this. I said, look, my name is Royce. I'm also known as Royce by choice. But that's because I talk in rhyme. I seem to do it all the time, and I feel fine, but my family seems to think it's a crime. My Afro-American friends, they think I'm talking rap. But I've told them that's a bunch of crap. They say, if you talk in rhyme, then you're a sap. And I've tried to explain, I'm just an English chap who lives to rhyme. When I get the chance, since my body no longer lets me dance, words joke and fog my mind from knowing time, then I start talking to everyone in rhyme. Now, some of my white friends think I sound like Dr. Seuss, but I swear, I don't like green eggs, ham, or juice. I'm really just a simpleton who thinks with his heart. Hoping my words will make me sound smart. Not schooled to write in proper verse, spelling and grammar, well, they've been my life's curse. But on I go looking for the truth, and all that I'm sure of is I've lost my youth. Now, if I'd been born black, I'd have been a rapper, with lots of bling and looking really dapper. Yeah, I can sound like one while sitting on the crapper, making a real knee slapper. But I've discovered I don't have the soul, like a black guy who's on parole.
Oh, shit.
So, you'll have to put up with my simple mind as I stand here looking like a white-faced mime. Nobody's flashing a light at me yet. I met a kid down in Jupiter. He was a Guatemalan kid. He was looking for a job, so I helped him get a job at a restaurant as a busboy. About the second day, he's bussing dishes. This woman started choking on a piece of bacon. And nobody was doing anything, so he jumped into action, grabbed her, pulled her out from the chair, threw her over the back, lifted her dress up, pulled her panties down, and ran his tongue out the crack of her ass. And she lurched forward and spit it out. But with that, the owner of the place comes running over and said, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" He said, "It's okay, boss. I heard that when someone choke, you're to do the Heine Lake maneuver." It's probably my oldest joke. Actually, I've gone and forgotten all my jokes, because I'm old. And I did write something out this afternoon with some ideas, but I'll have to use my glasses. I gave up sex, but I can't seem to give up these glasses. I don't know if this is going to be funny or not. I enjoy standing up, doing stand-up, especially now, like life is so busy and hectic. And coming and doing stand-up, I can just go out and relax and enjoy the silence. Like now. Don't like that one. One good thing about being overweight. About being overweight, I can get most of the wrinkles out of my clothes just by wearing them. And I think I must be a gambler because when I drop my phone and it doesn't break, I feel a little rush like I just won $800. The depressing thing about tennis, I play tennis, is that no matter how much I play, I'll never be as good as a wall. I played the wall and it was relentless. I have enough money to last me for probably the rest of my life, as long as I don't buy something like gas. After I quit drinking, I realized that I'm the same jerk as I always have been. I just have fewer dents on my car. If you think nobody cares about you, try missing a couple of car payments. The problem in life is by the time you can read women like a book, you find out that your library card has been expired. When I was younger, I dated homeless women. It was a lot easier talking them into staying for the night. Well, I write jokes to feed my plight, so all that's left for me to say is good night.
Give it up for Royce by choice. Let's go, guys. Come on. He's an absolute legend in the biz. Out here giving up the shiz and the riz. I think the riz is what the kids are calling hooking up with the biz. You know what I mean? But hey, I have a really exciting announcement. Our next comic, he is one of the proprietors of the Funny Farm. He will be on the Racks Billiard Show on December 9th. He will be at Swampgrass Willie's on the 16th. Give it up for the very hilarious, the very no more hilarious, Mr. Jesse Denny!
You all are about to be so disappointed. What's up, guys? How's it going? Did everybody come here for comedy? Yeah? No? Some of you? The rest of you are just here for drugs? Cool. Good news either way, I'm here. What's up? How's it going, guys? I've been going through some shit, man. I lost 40 pounds unexpectedly. Right? It's not a woo. My brother's really worried about his baby. If anybody's seen it, it's still missing. I don't know what the big deal is. They'll probably never let me babysit again, but it's probably not his anyway, so I don't know, what the fuck. You guys have seen me before. I did shave my head recently. It has very little to do with my own racism. No, I have a family member. I'll just say, fuck cancer, right? Fuck cancer. Fuck Aries too, and Sagittarius probably also. No, fuck cancer for real. Fuck cancer for real. That's not. I don't have jokes about that yet. I'm sure I will. I did think about changing my set a little bit now that I shaved my head, because it's gonna come off a little it's a little different now that I say it. With the I'll let you guys be the judge, okay? I'm just going to do my set, and then you guys will probably see if there's a place where maybe I shouldn't have done that joke, okay? So, anyway, my girlfriend's a fucking terrible Jew. Not that all Jews are terrible. She's just really bad at being Jewish. She's so bad at being Jewish, Kanye West wouldn't even hate her. She's really bad at being Jewish. She's watched all of Mel Gibson's movies and liked them. Okay, but no, I thought that might make me look a little racist to say that.
No, your looks make you look a little racist.
I thought it was my racism when I did that. Thank you. No, I did not lose weight unexpectedly. I stay fat to prove to everyone I don't have a drug problem. It's going good. I'm doing a pretty good job at it. Thank you. I usually get a round of applause for not having a drug problem. That's okay. That's fine. No, fuck you guys. It's fine.
Drugs, fuck school.
No, I am dating a Jewish girl who has a fantastic job. She works at a rehab facility, which, like, for people that have, like, physical disabilities, you know, not the kind of rehab that brought all these other comics to South Florida. It's a different place. Even better than that, though, she can cook. She's a fantastic cook, which is great because I'm a fucking terrible cook. I think the only thing I've ever been able to make from scratch was fucking babies. And after meeting my kids, I'm not sure I correctly followed that recipe, you guys. I did. I decided, but it's a good thing that she has a great job because I decided to do comedy full time. Or what I should say is that my boss decided I would do comedy full time. But comedy's weird, man. It takes us to different bars, all hours of the night and stuff. And, you know, I don't think my girlfriend believes I'm a comedian. I think she just thinks I'm an alcoholic. I tried to tell her, I was like, listen, sweetie, I'm both. And she said a comedian would make money. And I said, listen, I'm telling jokes at the office. They don't exactly have the budget if I'm not a DJ and can't push play on my fucking iPad. I wanted to take control of my drinking. I decided to make myself a rule. I'm not going to drink when I'm at home anymore, just by myself. I'm only going to drink when I'm out being social. And it's worked like really well, you guys, because I'm a lot more social now, you know? So cheers, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the fucking office here. Oh yeah. I got a random wrong number text the other day, and it said, hey, if you were really my friend, you wouldn't be asking my wife for nudes. I was like, I'll bite. Fuck this. So I texted back. I said, hey, if you were really my friend, I wouldn't have to ask. I said, fine, motherfucker. I'll subscribe to her OnlyFans like everybody else. I imagine he's got a hot wife. I don't know. He didn't send me the link. I'll say that. Has anybody ever come in a pool? Have you ever come in a pool? I'm mostly the gentlemen. Thank you, though. That's what I said. Gentlemen, have you ever come in a pool? I hear you. I'm just curious if it swims. If it floats or swims, because health class taught me that it would swim. And honestly, that is the most terrifying game of Marco Polo. I avoid pools for this reason. I had a friend pass away recently. It was really sad. We used to play a lot of pranks on each other. Like, I went to his house and I unplugged his refrigerator one time, so that all of his like ice and shit would melt out of his freezer. It was really funny, and like I'm super sad about it. Like, I can't believe that someone so young could die of a foodborne illness. Who's to blame?
This guy right here.
Oh, okay. It's your fault. You killed my friend. Does anybody have a cat? Have you ever felt your cat's tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sandpaper, right?
Not all the time, but yeah.
Not all the time?
One has a really soft tongue, like one doesn't.
I wish my cat's tongue is like sandpaper.
Yeah, no, one is sandpaper and one isn't.
Okay, I gotta find a soft tongue cat because, like, honestly, dude, not even peanut butter is getting my dog to do that gay shit. So I gotta figure something out. That's cool, soft tongue cat. I'm getting older, man. I dyed my beard recently. I'm not ashamed to say it. I dyed my beard because I'm getting old. But it was getting like super white. It was like all lives matter white, you know. It was like drinking Coors on a Sunday kind of way. It was rough, but so I dyed my beard. But it's, you know, age is doing weird stuff to me. Like I got down a fucking super weird Pornhub rabbit hole the other day. And I'm looking at this girl. She's like covered in cum. She's crying. You know, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to me as a child? Like, how did I get here? You know, don't worry. I wasn't like sexually molested or anything. I was safe. I had a little sister, so fucking relax, dude. That was years before the government would make her keep it. Okay, she's fine. Too soon. She was raised at like 4, bro. Like, she's like 7 now. She's fine.
You tried to retract as soon as you could.
He what?
You tried to retract as soon as you could.
I tried to retract?
Yes, that way it's not really your fault at this point. If it's too soon, then it's too late.
It wasn't my fault.
There you
No.
go.
I just gave her the roofie. He did everything. Is anyone else? I'm like fidgeting because I need to take a piss. Does anyone else go to take a piss and they think to themselves, like, please don't be drunk and asleep right now? That's the only dream that always comes true for me. Like, I don't know. I wanted to go out and get a little sun. I've been kind of down lately, but like the sun isn't nice to me, and I don't know what that means, bro. The sun isn't nice to me. A lot of people go out in the sun. It looks like their skin was kissed by the sun. For some reason, I go in the sun. It looks like it fucking roofied me and hate fucked me under the pier. Like,
I love being a lobster.
yes, until you're boiled alive, it's all
No
fun
one
and
ever
games.
asked you, do I want to jump into that pot of boiling water, though, you know?
They don't ask. No, consent is so 2020. Speaking of, I'm glad to see everybody out here again. Did everybody get their shots? Did everyone do that? We're out here without masks. Some of us. I'll tell you guys that didn't get it. Like my experience, like I did get it. And there was like redness at the injection site. It was like tender, and I actually got really tired. Like honestly, like I fell asleep for several hours. But I think that's kind of normal for heroin, though. I'll probably get my second dose, guys. I'm actually fucking itching for it. So if you got it. I love this South Florida comedy scene, Funny Farm, our fucking group, dude. I love doing this. This is a lot of fucking fun. I mean, we're like a fucking family, man. Like, to the point where I know if I'm ever not able to be there for my kids, like, one of these dudes, they got my back. One of these other comics. Just as soon as my ex-wife figures out which one of them she's going to keep around. I feel like she's holding open auditions right now.
But the entire audition is merry-go-round.
I'm just saying, guys, you better go get your not so tight 5 in, okay? If you want to be a part of that life. Fuck, where am I at? I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna do it. Listen, I'm gonna leave you with a joke that someone wanted me to tell, and it wasn't Kaylee Brooke. I'm actually gonna leave you with a joke my son told me. He wanted me to tell you guys, why did the chicken cross the road? He said, because it was a car situation. Do you get it?
No.
A car situation. Do you get it?
Oh, you got into a car accident?
Of course not. Kids are fucking stupid. I'm Jesse Denny. Let's give it up one more time for our host, CJ, and his fucking hat. Let him go.
Give it up one more time for Jesse Denny. Come on, guys, make some noise. Come on. Jeez Louise. This is overtime on a Tuesday. Hey guys, if you haven't noticed, by the way, we got this yellow bucket over here. This yellow bucket is the only reason we're able to do these shows, right? This is our tip bucket. If you want to go ahead and dip your tip in the funny farm and go ahead and swiggle it around like the little piggies you are, that's why you're here on the goddamn Tuesday night. He's laughing as he fucking knows. And so is the rest of you. I see the goddamn smiles. Don't fucking hide behind your, I need another shot, but before I do the shot, I'll go ahead and bring it over. But I tell you what, guys, we've got another killer coming up right after Jesse Denny, who absolutely murdered. Please give it up and show your respect for Dr. Peggy Chen.
Hello, everybody. It's my second time here, and you heard him right. I am a medical doctor. I simply heard Royce cough into this mic. And based on what's the other comic? What's his name? The other comic. Jesse and
Jesse, CJ,
CJ.
that choice.
Jesse and CJ.
Hey.
There might be comedy on this mic, I'm saying.
You got a lot of options.
Definitely. Yes. All right, so I am so proud of you guys to be so diverse here. I see fat white people, skinny white people, old white people, young white people, straight white people, and gay white people here. Diversity. Woo! Makes me feel so belong there. You know, I'll tell you what's scary about me doing stand-up. You ready? Me driving to get here. This Asian driver joke is so much better in California. Turns out in Florida, you guys have worse drivers. Known as the silver alert drivers. But don't worry. Do not worry. Give me a few years. I'll catch up. Every time I come up here to do stand-up, I feel like such a minority among my comedian friends. I have a decent day job. And just so you know, in Florida, I am a medical marijuana doctor. Oh, I know.
Can you have my prescription of 4 ounces?
Of course I do. If you're my patient, all my patients get 4 ounces. What do you mean? Anyways, it's easy for any comedian to make fun of medical marijuana, weed smoker, all of that. It's easy to make fun of marijuana. Try talking seriously about medical marijuana and still get you to laugh. That takes the best. Let me tell you, all my patients love me. What's there not to love? They're a weed dealer. I mean, doctor. And if they weren't high before they meet me, I'll make sure they are by the time I'm done with them. And I know a lot of you may want to just continue to support your local Kyle and what's the other, Kyle and Brennan. Yes. But get a card and get the right container from the dispensary to put your stuff, all right?